What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a weekly reset preview for Destiny 2 for the week of the 1st of October. And as the year goes on, October of course means that we get the launch of Revenant, the second episode for Destiny 2. This week we'll actually see a handful of reveals for that, so we'll break down what to look forward to on that front, but additionally, we've got the final week of the season, so we'll touch on the end of Echoes, but also featured activities for this week, the Nightfall, raids, dungeons, key unlocks, and pretty much everything worth knowing as we head into the weekly reset. So, as always guys, I hope you enjoy the video and find it useful. If you do, a rating below very much helps us on the channel. But without further delay, now let's get into it. And so once again, it's worth mentioning that Echoes has now concluded, and we're in the very final week before we see the launch of episode Revenant on October 8th. And so if there's any stuff that you want to get done from Echoes before the launch of the next episode, now is the time. Of course, the episode content should be sticking around for the duration of the year, so there isn't necessarily a rush, but some players like to get things wrapped up before the next one starts. So, of course, if you want to do that, we've got just a few days remaining. In terms of the upcoming content though, Bungie have said Revenant is launching on October 8th, but they're excited to give us a closer look at everything they've been working on, and we can tune in on October 1st at 10 AM Pacific time for the developer live stream, where they'll share a detailed look at everything coming in the first act of Revenant, along with an early chat detailing some of the upcoming changes that will arrive with codename Frontiers. So that will be happening at the weekly reset time this week. Plus Bungie provide an additional image that actually has the sort of logo for Revenant on it, which is pretty cool. Plus there's an emblem called Revenant Echo that players can earn if they have their Twitch account linked to Bungie.net and watch at least 15 minutes of Bungie's live stream. So if you want to find out details about that, it will be linked in the description box below. But I'll keep you posted on that main Revenant reveal, and otherwise there'll be a handful of other reveals throughout the course of the week, including an article this Wednesday focused on the new artifact, so we'll get a separate post about that one. And Bungie have also said that this week they'll have a weapons and armor preview, so that will probably come on Thursday with the TWID, but between Tuesday and Thursday, there are going to be a handful of interesting reveals. So if you want to keep up to date with all of that stuff, get locked and loaded here on the channel, hit subscribe, and I will keep you posted. But otherwise, let's talk about more of the content in the game this reset. So of course, over on the Pale Heart, some of the pinnacle and milestone rewards here will reset. That'll mean a new co-op mission, as well as the reset for Excision, the Grandmaster and normal variant, plus Salvation's Edge. So good luck if you're still hunting anything down there. But over to the Vanguard, the Nightfall this week should be the Devil's Lair, and the featured weapon will be the Priastian Axe 4, but keep in mind, Bungie fixed the Grandmaster node, which was bugging out a few weeks ago, so if you do need to catch up on any Grandmasters, we still have that option for the season for the next few days. For the featured raid and dungeon content though, this week we'll see Garden of Salvation featured, so all of the legendary loot pool will be completely farmable. Plus, if you want to work on Divinity, we still have the quest in there, but according to the rotation, the Shattered Throne should be the featured dungeon, and both of these activities will drop all of their unique items with updated power relevancy, so good luck if you're hunting down any rewards. And then over to the Legends tab, the exotic mission this week should be Node Override Avalon, where we can pick up the Vexcalibur, so again, if you're looking for that weapon or any of the upgrades, it'll be a good time to jump into that activity. But over to Eternity, and the Dares of Eternity of course, this week's additional drops on top of the core loot pool include the Scatterhorn and Pathfinder armor sets, plus there are random legendary weapon drops linked to Season of the Lost, plus a couple of world drops from Forsaken. Well, that takes us on to the Lost sectors for the week, and we'll be starting out in the Pale Heart. So for October 1st, it's the Blooming Deep, and additional drops here include the Crux Termination, Nox Perennial, PSI Hamatic, and the Rossarago. Of course, solo players have a chance to drop exotic engrams, and then the additional weapons are random drops upon completion. For October 2nd though, we'll see the Forgotten Deep in the Pale Heart, which can drop the combined action, Last Foray, Parabellum, or the Old Sterling. Then on October 3rd, we'll get Perdition on Europa, which can drop the Geodetic HSM, Glissando 47, Heliocentric, and Mikado 45. And from there, the legendary weapon pool rotates, but October 4th will be Bunker E15 on Europa, then we'll see Concealed Void on Europa for October 5th, before moving over to Nessus with the Conflux on October 6th. And finally, for Neomuna, we'll go to Thrillodrome on October 7th. Then of course, that rotation may change with the launch of Revenant. But I'll keep you posted on all of that as always. Our very final mention though is for the Ascendant Challenge in the Dreaming City, and this week it should be the Sumerian Garrison, which can be found via the Chamber of Starlight in Rhea Silvia, so pretty easy to find as always, but if you want the location of the Lost Sector and the collectibles, we'll run some gameplay at the end of the video. And for today guys, that is everything we have to round up in this one, so as always, I hope this has been useful, and if it has, a rating really does help us out on the channel. Let us know if you're getting any prep done ahead of Revenant in these final few days. Of course, some folks are still doing bounty anti-prep and things like that, or holding on to engrams, so we'll see just how useful all of that stuff can be. But of course, we'll get plenty of reveals this week, so it should be an interesting one. And then next week is sounding reasonably busy with the launch of the episode and the dungeons. So let us know what you're looking forward to, and I'll keep you up to date as always. So get subscribed, hit the notification bell, and you won't miss out on any content. But otherwise, as always, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.